welcome to Yoga Sanctuary. My name is Lissa. Today, this is an abbreviated practice. Our goal today in the practice is to include all 6 movements of the spine. That would be forward bending, back bending, right rotation, left rotation, right side bend, and left side bend. So this is going to be, like I said, an abbreviated practice, but we're just going to start here in an easy cross-leg pose. We'll be here just a few minutes, just centering and coming into the space. So just take your time. You're welcome to breathe, show up, and just take your natural breath. You're welcome to soften your eyes if you'd like, and we just let the nostrils breathe. Breathing in, breathing out. And again, this is your natural breathing rhythm. So just letting that happen. As you continue, just let the natural breath occur. We're going to let our chin drip to our chest. Just breathing up the back of your spine, a little stretching down the right and left of your spinal column. You're still staying tall on your back, but just letting the chin drip forward. We're going to bring the chin level, take a breath in. Turning your chin to the right. Coming back to center. Remembering to smile every now and then. We're going to take a breath in. Exhale as you turn the chin to your left. Coming back to center. So today's practice, this abbreviated practice, is really going to be a warming practice. It's going to involve our Sun Salutations, and we'll come down for some restorative and Shavasana. So find your way to your hands and knees. We'll go ahead and tuck our toes. And sitting your hips back. A little stretch for the bottoms of the feet. We're going to shift back to our table. Just release your toes for a few breaths and floating the hips back again. Stretching the tops of your feet. Back to table. We're preparing for our downward facing dog, the first downward facing dog. So be patient with yourself. You lift the hips. As we prepare to walk forward, you can look through your hands and begin to walk forward. Just showing you a different option from downward facing dog. If you need to, you can come to your hands and knees. One leg can come forward, and we're coming to our forward fold. You can use your blocks to secure your hands or your fingertips, and we're softening. We prepare the knees to be soft, the hands on the knees as we roll the body up. Just take your time into your mountain pose. We'll start with our mini salutes to the sun and work our way to full salutes to the sun. So just taking your time as we sweep the arms up. Big hinge forward, breathing out. Coming halfway up to breathe in and out. Folding back down. Reverse the hinge and floating back up. You can close to your mountain or to heart center. Again, reaching and folding. Halfway up. Exhale back to the fold. Sweeping all the way up. Again, closing to mountain, or you can close to heart center. As we reach and folding. Halfway up, you can use your blocks. And your right leg is going to step back to your high lunge. Big breath in. And exhale to your downward facing dog. And we're breathing here. Take your time. So we look through the thumbs. Again, you can come to your knees or you can walk forward into your forward bend. Fully exhale. Sweeping up as you breathe in and closing to heart center or to your mountain. We reach, we're folding, halfway up, left leg steps back, and you can use your blocks, right leg steps back to downward facing dog. Breathe. As we gaze through the thumbs, we're tiptoeing forward to your fold. Again, sweeping all the way up. We're adding on to a full salute to the sun as we reach and fold. Halfway up. Right leg is stepping back, big breath in. Stepping back to downward dog as you breathe out. We're floating to our plank. You might need to wiggle your feet back. And you can also come to your knees as you hug your ribs with the elbows coming through. And let's stay in our Sphinx pose for a few breaths. We'll take a big breath in. Slide the palms back, pressing back to downward facing dog. We'll stay here for 3 full breath cycles. Looking through the thumbs to tiptoe forward. Sweeping all the way up. We're going to add in a little rotation. rotation, big breath in, and turning to the right. As you breathe out, soften your shoulders. Let the body breathe. We wait for the breath in to sweep up. And we'll turn to the left side as you breathe out. Just turning so you can see what's happening. This is my left side. Sweeping up as we come out, breathing in, closing to heart center. Our full salutes to the sun again. Reach. Take your time into the fold. Halfway up. Right leg is stepping back. And left leg stepping back to your downward facing dog. To your plank. Remember, if you'd like, you can come through your chaturanga. If you're not strong enough to do that today, put your knees down. Coming into your Sphinx or your Cobra. And back to your downward facing dog. Remember, always modifying, just based on how you feel in the day, how the body's responding. Gazing through the thumbs to tiptoe forward. Sweeping all the way up. Closing the heart center. And we reach. And we fold. And halfway up. Left leg is stepping back. And the right leg is stepping back. Downward facing dog. To your plank. Might need to wiggle your feet back. And all the way to the mat. Remember, Sphinx or Cobra. Back to your downward facing dog. To breathe. Through the thumbs to tiptoe forward. And we're sweeping all the way up. Let's close to our mountain this time. We're just going to stay here. Just settling in, letting the body adjust. You might feel a little more temperature, a little higher heart rate. We're going to take our arms up to tall mountain. So your right hand takes your left wrist. We're going to reach up to come slightly over to the right. Come back to center, big inhale. Closing to mountain as you exhale. Tall mountain. We're going to take left hand, takes the right wrist, reaching it up, opening that right side body, bending over to the left. Beautiful. Another breath. Beautiful. We come back to center and closing all the way down. Beautiful. So we're going to take ourselves to the mat again. So coming back to the top of your mat, reaching, we're going to fold. So we come halfway up. You get to step back to your downward facing dog. We're going to float to our plank, and then we're going to bring our knees down to the mat. the spine to neutral for 6 breaths. Then we take a nice, delicious breath in. As you exhale, you're sitting back to your child's pose. So the toes are together, the knees can be together, or they can be slightly apart. And we're just going to stack our hands and rest the forehead. So we're going to walk the body up. You can shift around any hip. Going to bend your knees, and we're preparing to roll the body down to your mat. Really take it easy and calm. We're just going to stay here. Let's put our left hand on our heart, our right hand on our belly. We're just going to breathe. So we're going to let the arms float out to our sides now. And you can turn your palms up. Your feet are hip distance apart. Just going to sway your hips side to side. Soft and easy. Remember, you can use anything for a prop. You could use a beach towel as a blanket. You could use a block of wood for a block. There's so many options. Some people use a can of soup for a block. Anything that gives you lift so that you don't have to struggle to get to the mat. We're going to let the knees drip over to the left. The knees are the left. You can reach the right arm up at an angle. Just this long line of stretch and energy on the right side. So another breath, and we'll bring the knees back up. The feet are flat. And we'll stay here in the neutral position for a few breaths. And then take knees to the other side. So we're going to go ahead and let you do that on your own. After you've taken the knees to the right, you're just going to bring yourself into your Shavasana. You're going to just get to stay here as long as you like as well. And we trust you to know how to come out of your practice carefully and calmly. Be sure to say namaste to yourself.